to the show, everyone. You know, we're live on Facebook, so I do want to say hi to everybody out there. I am so excited about bringing on my first guest. He's been on with me now over 17 years. I have with me Doc. He's the owner of Hypnotic One. Doc just came back from vacation. You luck out.
Oh, I tell you what, vacation was good. Every once in a while, even the therapist has got to go get his mind cleaned out and relax some and get all that negative out of our mind. And that's what I hope to do with each and every individual comes in to see me. Let's get that negativity out of your mind. Let's get into the positive thought. What do you really want? It's not what you think you can have, it's what do you want and how are we gonna get it, and that's what I do with people.
You know what? You have helped, I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands and
yes,
thousands
I have.
For all over the world. And I want people to understand that what you do when you say hypnotic, you know that people say hypnosis, and they say, oh, that's all that dango kind of weird stuff. That is not what you do at all.
That's not what I do, and I tell you what, I get people to actually achieve their goals and be successful, put themselves in control of their mind, their body, and their spirit, and moving forward. Most everybody out there talks themselves out of success, and their friends even help them do that.
Yeah.
So let's take and get rid of the people that are negative with you. Let's start focusing on exactly what you want in life, because as far as I know, we only have one chance in life. Let's do the best we can. And the thing is, yeah, you're gonna fail at times. Everybody does, but you'll learn more from your failures and your setbacks than you ever do success. Success you duplicate, failures you learn from it, what not to do. So we're going to help you do the things you need to do to be successful in every area of your life.
I want to talk a little bit about people today, okay, for a second. And that is people out there right now. There's a lot of people who started the new year off with a bang and they're ready to go, right? And around this time of
It's
the
starting
year,
to fail already.
Starting to fail,
Oh,
or they get off the wagon. But I want to talk also about people who have something going on. There's an underlying something that is going on in you that makes you continue to do the things that you do that you don't like doing. And that's why going to a hypnotherapist like you is important to do.
And that is totally true, because the thing is, we all have great intentions. We want something, we know we can do it, and then all of a sudden we procrastinate, or we don't do it, or we start going back and do the same old things again. And you can go to most of the hypnotists out there, and they'll tell you about your conscious mind. That's the analytical, calculating part of your mind that says, hey, you know, I know I shouldn't drink and smoke, but I have to. And then the hypnotist tells them, well, okay, the subconscious mind, that's the one that's like a 4-year-old that doesn't think, but that's where your problem's at. Well, maybe it is and maybe it's not. But I also, and there's very few hypnotists out there, very few hypnotists out there go to the unconscious mind, and that's what I do. Sometimes I don't need to, but I custom build every program for the person and for their success. And sometimes we go to the unconscious. Now, the unconscious mind that's where that's almost like the animal mind. That's where you automatically have the core beliefs of things, maybe even before you was born. Maybe it's in your DNA. But when you fight yourself to achieve your goals and you just can't seem to get there, or you get right there, then turn around and do the mistakes again, that's part of the unconscious mind. And I tell you what, that's where we really shine. And most hypnotists out there don't even know what it is, or they've heard about it, but they don't know how to get there. And I know how to get people there, because once we get them there, they're going to tell me exactly what their problem is. It's not what they think their problem is consciously, it's what their real underlying problem is, and we solve that and we move forward. That's your instinct. That's like an animal's instinct. That dog's always going to be a dog, but you can train them good, you can do good things, but you push them in a corner and all of a sudden they forget about what you've trained them and they go back to instinct. And that's what we need to do with some people. Not everybody, But the people that have been to therapy and done things, and they are good so long, and all of a sudden, it just doesn't work for them anymore. They go back to their old habits. That's because they never get rid of the problem, and that's what I do.
Now, the number to call is 602-547-0446. Call him and leave a message, and he'll tell you how he can help. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone that you know. Let's make this year a great year, and let's make those changes today. You have a 98% success rate. You do not let people fail. We're going to talk about that. You have a lifetime warranty. We're going to talk about that. You already told them that you do a customized program to meet their needs, and you'll do a consultation with them as well.
Well, that's it, because I don't accept everybody in my programs. If I don't think I can help them, then I'm not going to accept you. I don't want your money if I can't help you. The thing is, I need the person that's coming into my programs as being my teammate. I'm their coach, I'm their trainer. A trainer gets you to change things. A coach gets you to practice them. Practice does not make perfect, it makes permanent. You've been practicing the improper way. So we get you to change. A lot of times people say, I've tried to change, it worked for so long, and then I just go back to my old habit. I said, that's because you haven't worked with me, and if you work with me, you're going to find out you automatically change, you start down the pathway of success, and you feel great.
His number again is 602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, #1.com.
If you want to be successful, you have to do what successful people do. I work with professional athletes. I work with amateur athletes. I work with entrepreneurs. I work with business people. I work there because everybody's the same. It's that mind of yours that you're going to program with my help to be very, very successful.
Because what's on top of your head, real quickly?
Oh, that electrochemical organic computer called your mind. But nobody's ever really taught the people how to use it, and that's what I do. You might come into me for one thing, and all of a sudden I'm going to train you how to be successful and coach you to do it and train you to do it. And all of a sudden you're going to tell me, well, gee, I put this in every other area of my life, and my relationship's doing better with my wife or my husband. My kids are listening to me. Yeah, because the first thing most people have is poor communication, and it's not just with other people, it's with themselves.
You know, that's huge. Having your own communication with yourself. You have no idea what you're doing to yourself. It's stopping you. You're getting in your own way is what happens.
That's it. Yes, I remember years back I had a pro golfer come in and he heard about me, so he come in and he says, can you help me? He says, I says, what's your problem? He says, my head's in my own way. And I says, well, we're halfway there because you realize that, and we're going to change that.
We're going to go to a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk further. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone that you know. Call him. Let's tell him what's going on. Let's see how he can help. The phone number to call is 602-547-0446. He has a 98% success rate. I'll get that out correctly. He also won't let you fail. We're going to talk about that when we get back. A lifetime warranty. Who has that? No one. And all you have to do is give him a call. This is a customized program to meet your needs. So call and leave a message. The number is 602-547-0446. Go up onto his website. There's a ton of information there as well. It's Hypnotic, #1.com, or call. Let's make that change today at 602-547-0446. Okay, don't forget to come in here and turn off that. Oh wait, leave that on. Leave it on, sorry. My bad. So let me, it's okay.
I was going to go skydiving when I was over there. And you know what? I saw 13,000 baht, which is about $450, $500. I said, you know what? I've always said against it, I want to go skydiving.
Did you do it?
Now then,
Get scared?
I called, or my friend called me from Indiana that I used to date. She said, "Skydiving, you're gonna fall and do this and this." And I thought, you know what? Maybe I ought to wait until I get back to Arizona because I don't want to be in a hospital in case I break a leg or something over here on this because stuff happens.
Yeah.
And so I waited till I come back. But that's my thing for this year, my skydiving. You know what? I hope everybody out there lives their life. Because when you stop doing challenges,
Yeah, but
you're
if
not
you've
living.
got a girlfriend and you know what? She's sitting there going, please God, don't not let anything happen to him. I just finally made a relationship with him. I'm 85 years old and I'm going to lose him.
No, but we used to date back in the 70s. And I tell you what, she's a great lady. But one time I'd call her up and or text her, I says, you know what, I went out parasailing, power paragliding, and all these things. She says, you need to tell me something. I said, what's that? She said, are you dying? I said, no, I'm living. I want to live a good life. And
I have a friend, actually it's Kenny's ex-father-in-law, not mine, but his first. And that was his thing. I mean, he lived every moment. But he would do this. Let's say you go to the Fountain of Trevi in Italy, okay? He'd go take a picture, go, let's go. Because he's good. Now that, I don't think is good. Because he wanted to do the next thing. I came here, took a picture, now I'm done. No.
Well, I kind of did that one time. We went up to see, I was dating this lady, went up to see in Yellowstone, Old Faithful. And after it blew off, I said, okay, let's go. You know what? What else you gonna do? You're gonna sit there and go talk about
that's
it?
sort of how I feel about the Grand Canyon. It's a giant hole.
It's a giant crater.
But there's other people that they see the beauty in that.
I like to do things. And
That's
like
cool,
I say,
though, that you
this
did
year
that.
in Thailand,
This year's going to be the year of doing.
yeah, I tell you, but
Hey, that's what we're going to talk
before
about.
before I go there, I've got a skydive here. But the thing
I didn't
is,
know they had that here.
I love to challenge myself.
Here we go. So at the break, I almost thought that we were needed to turn off the Facebook land, but we learned more. Doc, he was talking about how you want to go skydiving.
Yeah.
And you said,
at 74 years old, somebody's going to say, you're too old for that. And I said, well, you know what? Live your life. Get excited. And years back, I used to be afraid of heights. But I'd become a pilot. I did a lot of...
Because you hypnotize yourself.
Yeah, you just get over your fears, move forward, and you look back and say, that's the greatest thing I've ever done.
Isn't that neat? So
it's terrible, just a bit, it's terrible when you're older and you look back and say, I wish I had of.
yeah.
That's the worst thing. I don't care if you fail or something happens, at least you did it.
Right.
And you challenge your fears and you overcome it.
You know what you
Undo
said?
it.
You said that you were talking to some woman and she says to you, are you dying? You said, no, I'm living.
Yeah, because
That's
I
awesome.
told her I'd power parasailed, paraglided, doing all the things. She goes, you died? Are you trying to get this in before you die? No, I'm living.
Isn't that neat? Now that is what we really should all be doing.
That's it.
And one of the things that I want to talk about is that when you work with Doc it's not about a long period of time with working with you because you literally want them to be able to do it on their own. They literally learn this on your own so that you're doing it in your sleep. You're doing it on your own.
And I coach a person and I train them. Everybody needs a trainer, a mentor, a coach. A trainer will get you to change your things where a coach gets you to practice the new things. Practice does not make perfect, it makes permanent.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our habits we need to get rid of them. But we learn them as youth, and we learn them in a different relationship, but we keep them, and they are holding us back. So the thing is what's the difference between a successful person and a failure? Successful people will do what failures refuse to do or
Right.
won't do.
Mhm.
And so the thing, if you fail, that's fine, but you learned something, do it again
Tell
and improve on it.
them what you mean by that you won't let them fail.
How can you fail if you got a coach and a trainer and a teammate working with you to get you over those obstacles and move forward?
You know, a lot of people, like we were saying before, have had they got the New Year's resolution out there. And
Oh,
now they're kind of-
how'd that work
yeah,
out for most of them?
Most people right now have definitely gone off the wagon. And here's a time for you. Let's make this easier for you. That's for sure. And let's make it permanent. I think that's what people don't understand about what you do. You make it literally, practically
Well,
permanent.
that's it. You'll go to a lot of therapists, whether it's a psychologist or psychiatrist, and they will give you things and they'll motivate you, but they don't get rid of the underlying problem, which is usually some kind of fear or some kind of negative programming. We get rid of that when I work with you. Otherwise, all of a sudden, you're going to be free. When any of my clients I work with, whatever addiction there is, they always go, God, I don't know why I didn't come see you before. This is so simple and so easy, and it's fun. It's fun being a winner. But how can you be a winner if you don't accept the challenge to move forward? And so what if you fall down the first time? You get up and you have fun, you go forward, you learn something. I love it.
His number to call is 602-547-0446. You can check him out on his website. It's Hypnotic, one.com. These are customized programs. This is not when you go into any other hypnotherapy out there. They are not the same as Doc.
Nope.
You do things differently. You do all sorts of modalities that you've had, that you use.
You know what I need? I need everyone out there that's listening that is a fan of our football team. And our football team is kind of, it's had a tough time. But you know what? Call up the coaches, call up the owner and say, you know what? Why don't you get this guy to help you out? Imagine if everybody on our football team would be 10% better, wow, we'd have more games. Imagine having them 20%, 30% better. And it's all in their mind because everybody is listening has had good days. They don't know why, but it's just everything falls into place and they have a great day. And every once in a while you have a bad day, no matter how hard you try, you just can't get there. What's the difference? It's your mindset. And I love working with athletes. And I tell you what, we'll get our team to win.
You know, you've also worked with a lot of people who have, when we talk about addiction, and there's a lot of things that go under the word addiction, not just alcohol, not just drugs, but there are a lot of people out there that are on that, and you help them. I know what you've done, and what's awesome is that you, first of all, number one, you don't take anything away from them, or anybody, I should say.
No.
That nothing. He doesn't make you go on a diet. He doesn't make you stop doing anything that you're already doing, and you just stop on your own just because you're working with Doc,
because you don't want it anymore.
Right.
See, that's it. And people are addicted to something, say food, and food's the toughest thing that people have to do because
Right.
you can get people off of heroin, coke, meth, all that is really simple. Alcohol, smoke, that's simple because you don't need it. You don't have to have it, but you still have to eat. So getting people to change their diet and change their activities, and I don't mean going down to the health club and spend an hour of grueling exercise. I never send people down there because I show them how to do anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes a day. That's better than going to the gym for an hour.
One of the things that I also want to talk about, how much money that people spend on, let's say, cigarette smoking. Let's say when they go to these different treatment centers. Treatment centers cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and they come out, they might get better a little bit while they're there. They walk outside, and generally within how long do they usually get back?
About a week.
About a week. you're back on it, and then you gotta go again. That's really
As when I
awful.
brought Jay in here, he come to, his father actually called me up and set an appointment for him. He's 40 years old and had a business of his own, and I brought him in here on your show, and he had been through 6 different programs to get rid of heroin and meth. And it took me, and the longest he ever stayed off it was like 6 days.
Wow.
And when he come to see me, this is 6 or 7 years ago, and I talk to him every once in a while, and I talk to him about business now, but he doesn't want it. He never had a withdrawal symptom. He never went after meth or coke or heroin after I worked with him, and his business has tripled. It's just,
His father
now you know why I
came
love
in-
this business.
Yeah, but his father came in and
That's right.
He loves you. I mean,
Oh.
he's the way. Can you imagine the parents of people that are dealing with this kind of a thing? You know how hard it is on them. He was literally, practically crying, telling you thank you. When you say we talked about not failing. Talk about the warranty that you have a lifetime warranty. You can talk to Bob, you can talk to Doc literally anytime. Once you work with him, you have him for life.
And it's funny, last year I had a man come in, he was getting ready to get divorced, and then his life, and very affluent, you know, he had a lot of money, and he had very successful kids, and he had a beautiful wife, but they was getting ready to get divorced because they just couldn't see eye to eye. And so I put him on a program, I explained it to him, says, I need this. So I put him on the program, and the next morning, at 2 o'clock in the morning, he texts me, and guess what? I texted him back and said, I will see you at 9 a.m. And so the thing is I text people back. You can call me, you can text me at midnight on a Sunday, you're gonna get a response from me, because I don't let people fail. And some people can handle it for a week or 2 weeks. Some people need to be handheld along the way, because what I do is so earth-shattering and different than they're used to. They turn around real quickly.
It's awesome.
And his funny thing is, we got him, and I talked to his wife. Now I'm going to be working with her, but the thing is it's fantastic. His son come in.
Oh my God! And that happens all of the time. You've been with me for over 17 years, and honestly, everybody says usually the same thing, which is number one, why didn't I do this sooner? Right? I can't believe it was so easy.
But we're all that way.
Yeah, and they all, every single one of them, not only do they go through the program, they now tell everybody else in their family about it, their friends about it.
Because when you are successful, you want to share it with your friends. But you know what? You also share if you're a failure that I didn't work, and they don't do that because they're always successful.
He's got a 98% success rate. He will not let you fail. This is a customized program to meet your needs. His phone number is 602-547-0446.
Come in and challenge me. Give me a call. It's very low key, and I'll explain exactly how you can be successful too.